Hey everybody, welcome to our 2-minute marketing tips. My name is Jim Kurtz with Galaxy Marketing Solutions, and this is episode 10. And today we're going to discuss how to edit the video you just created from episode 9 using Google Hangouts on Air. And this episode we're going to discuss how you can actually use YouTube's basic editing tools to take that video footage you just recorded and help enhance it a little bit, make it a little bit more professional, look a little bit nicer, and maybe also improve the marketing aspect of how you can use it for marketing purposes. So I'm going to share my screen here real quick with you. Let's do that. Now we're going to roll over to YouTube. So here basically what I've done is just logged into YouTube. I logged in under our name, Galaxy Marketing Solutions. Make sure that you're logged in under the account and page that you use to create your Hangout on Air. If you're just under your own account, it may not appear. So you want to make sure you're under the right one. Then you're just going to click Creator Studio. And once you do that, it's going to take you to your dashboard. Now, what I actually do, first thing you want to do is go to, you'll see like the videos that you just created. If you don't see your video that you just created there, you can go to Video Manager, this little tab on the left, and you'll see all the videos that you have. What you're going to do is find the one that you want to edit. In this case, it's episode 9. We're going to actually play with this a little bit. So you click on this little edit button here, and you kind of go in here. Now you see YouTube is actually going to choose, first of all, I'll do some basics here. The first thing you want to do is if for whatever reason you weren't able to get the title exactly the way you want it, you can actually go back in here. This is where you edit it. You can edit the title. And I recommend here you want to have your keyword somewhere in the title, ideally right in the beginning. So marketing in terms of is one of the things that we do. And then once again in the description, you also want to have your keyword dispersed throughout here. This is kind of a short description. You want to have about 300 to 500 words. And you want to have, in this case, dental marketing is the keyword I'm going for. It will default here to give you some hashtags. With Hangouts on Air, which I don't really want. I'm not here to promote Google. I'm here to promote myself. So I'm actually going to type in a few keywords myself. Marketing, and I'm going to put in video marketing as well. So and you just type in a comma, and then you'll see it. Your keywords will appear there, right? Unlisted. We're going to keep that unlisted for now. But by default, this is going to be listed, which unlisted, which means people aren't going to be able to search on YouTube and find it. If it's something you're just using internally, you can change that to private. Once we're done here, since this will be a public video, I'm going to switch this to public. I'm going to leave it unlisted for now. And then up here, it will show you the default thumbnail that you have. Now, you can actually just create, it'll give you 3 choices in your video, so I can change this. My default thumbnail, this is what people will see when they first pull it up. I can change this to one of these 3 images, and I can also I can change this custom thumbnail to something I want. So if I have a, for example, I'm going to go in here and I may change this later, but for logos and design, I may just want to put our Galaxy logo up here. So I put that in there. It'll upload that for me, and then that will become the default image. So it's not going to show right now, but you'll see in a minute when we go back to it that this Galaxy logo will be the default thumbnail people see. Let's go in here real quick, and this is going to be a little bit more than 2 minutes because I want to show you all this stuff. But oops, stay on this page. When you make these changes in here, make sure you hit Save Changes, and that way it'll save those. And the next step is to go to Enhancements. Enhancements are a really good tool, and I'm going to stop this. It'll automatically play. Hey everybody, this is Jim. Sorry about that. It's actually going to automatically start playing now. The nice thing about this is Google actually has kind of an auto fix feature, which is something that I use. The nice thing that I like about this is you can really play around with it and change the colors, change the contrast, the fill, make it slow motion, add a time lapse in here. For basic purposes, what I recommend is I usually click auto fix. You can see like this is what the original video looks like, and then this is what it would look like if they auto fix it. Now you see here, it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more higher quality on the previous side. This is what will happen if I click auto fix, and then I can switch this around to show what this video currently looks like versus what it would look like if I fixed it. And you can see it's a little bit brighter, a little bit nicer, so I usually always click auto fix. First, with Galaxy Marketing Solutions, we're doing our 2-minute marketing tips today. And you can see kind of how the difference is. You see how much lighter and brighter this is on this side. I think it looks a lot better. The other thing that I use in this particular part, I use the trim feature, and I'm not going to go into it right now because that actually requires watching the video. But if you have, like, maybe if you make a mistake in the beginning, or it catches you as you're just coming on, or at the end, if it'll usually say, if I click over here toward the end, I'll just let this play. Make it user-friendly and ready. Now, so you see at the end here, it says Hangouts on Air. So what I can do is I can actually hit trim, and it'll start over again. So what I'm going to do, go to the very end again, because I'm just going to trim that last part off, where it says Hangouts on Air. And I'll just hit play. Thanks. So thanks. So basically all I'm going to do here is just trim this off. To trim, you just take this cursor down here at the bottom where my cursor is flashing here, and you just select it. You just drag it back in here to right about there, and then you just click done. Now basically what that's going to do is cut that off. So now instead of 5 minutes and 7 seconds, you have 5 minutes. So and I'll play around with this more on my own, but I just want to show you that feature. So you can use the trim function and the auto fix. Those are two really good features. Now when you click save, it'll give you a saying, well, the edits are processed. Users will continue to see the current version. Click save. I'm not worried about that because right now it's unlisted. That's why I left that unlisted. And then it brings you back to this edit in progress. Now it'll take anywhere between a few minutes and maybe up to a couple of hours if you have a longer video to make that edit. But you can actually go back in here and click edit again. That's all we're going to do for the video. And you see how it changed it to Galaxy Marketing Solutions. That thumbnail. So now that's what people are going to see. Now, the editing functions, because it's in the middle of the edit, and when you first upload it, you're not going to see the ability to edit because YouTube has to process that video. But the next screen we can go to here is annotations. Actually, before we do that, and we've looked at the basic info. If you go to advanced settings, if you want to make your keywords local, we can actually type in a video location, which I usually just type in Clearwater, Florida, which is where we're at here. Click that. If you want to make, oops, didn't work. Clearwater, Florida. Click search. It'll come up with that's where we're at. You just click over here, and then language. I usually put English. It's not necessarily that important. But you click save changes, and that will allow you to get a little bit of a bump on local searches. So people in Clearwater hopefully will see my videos a little bit higher. Next screen over here on the top is annotations, and this is how. Hey everybody, this is. Sorry, I'm going to delete that. What this is for is if I want to add a speech bubble, you've probably seen some YouTube videos where it'll actually say subscribe to my channel, and I usually put this toward the end. What I'm going to do is just add an annotation, and I'll just put a speech bubble. And I'm just going to put subscribe to our channel. What this is basically it's calling people to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is make this a little bit bigger. Kind of see that this is where the bubble is. You can make this a little bit bigger. You can change the font size. I like to make mine a little bit bigger so people can see it. Now, this is where the bubble would be. So if I just left it, what will happen is I can drag this, and I usually put it right down the bottom here. It gives a nice little contrast. You can change the color, the background color. You can do a white or a black text, and this is the background. You can have a fill. You see how it changed it to a yellow. And I'll keep it white for here. Actually, it doesn't look very good. So if you wanted to have a higher contrast, I can make it like green, for example. It's still not that good. I'll make it yellow. So I make it a little yellow background so people can see it a little bit easier. And now when people hover over this, they can see subscribe to our channel. Now I can click on this little link button here, and that will actually link it. I can link it to my website. I can link it to another video. In this case, I'm going to link it to subscribe, and that will automatically create a subscribe link so that when people click on this, that'll automatically subscribe them to our YouTube channel. So it makes it real simple for people to subscribe. I want to build subscribers at this point. And the last thing, I've kind of zoomed in here, this little bubble on the bottom, this is actually where it's going to start. You can drag this around, so if you want this to be at the 3-minute mark, you can put it here. and you can keep it for as long. I'm going to keep it from right about here, but I want it to the end of the video, so I'm going to actually change this, hover over the back side of this until my arrow, I get the arrow key, and then I'm going to just drag this along, and basically to the end of my video. So now for the last minute of this video, or last 30 seconds of this video, they're going to see this little thought bubble, subscribe to our channel. So if I go back here, I'll just click over here. You see that bubble's not there, right? But if I click over on this side, bubble's still not there. Now you see how it intersects with that little spot, and now you can see where they can see subscribe to our channel. I put that as a call to action so people can see that, and they subscribe to our channel. Again, if you want to link it to your website or another video or whatever, you can do that as well, and that's a good way to drive traffic to your website. So I'm going to click Apply Changes here, and that's really all I do. There's other functions you can go in here and play with the different editing features, and that's all I usually do. You can see YouTube's still in the editing process, so that'll take a little while. And that's pretty much it. Once I finished all that, the last edit I'm going to make, once this edit is done, I go back in here and click Edit, and then I'm going to go over here to where it says Unlisted, and I'm going to make this public. So as soon as that's, and I'll go ahead and make it public now. And what this will do is it'll default to add to your Google Plus and your Twitter, so people will get messages saying, hey, come check out our new video. Because I want this to be published, I'll click Publish. And then once that video is ready to go, they're going to be able to see that. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I hope that was helpful to you. I know this is a little bit longer than 2 minutes, but I want to make sure you got all the information you needed to make a real basic, really good-looking video. Get out there and play with this and start using this to promote your practice. It's a really good tool. Thanks, guys, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We definitely want to see you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll see it here. Make sure you click on subscribe so you see all the rest of our updates. Thanks, guys, and have a good day.